Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Judicials will get this season underway as toe meets leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Falcons offense will take the first swing of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The Falcons want to pick up the tempo. On the option. Can't get him to the ground. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Good pick up there. He gets enough for the first down. And the Falcons are on the move. Now on the option. He'll do it himself. He'll pitch it. Turning on the Jets. There he goes. Up to 45 yards rushing already. What a way to start this new season. The option look. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Air Force. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And everything works out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coach is loving that.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Judicials offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The give to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. With the catch, it's Matthews. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. The Judicials will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. On the option. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons want to crank the tempo.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Johnson wants to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Harris. He'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line, and do they dare try to convert from their own territory on 4th down? Punt is on its way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Big fullback's got it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Judicials will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Johnson looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll toss it. Got room to work. Got the first down and more. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
The Judicials come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Judicials come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll take it himself. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Falcons in the hurry-up.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Roberson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Run it with the fullback. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. Motion from the back. The give. Running to Green. Turning it on. He's now up to 52 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Here comes the option. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. Punt is on its way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. And the Falcons racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Judicials in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a crease. It's O'Neal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. The give to the big fullback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They want to run this quarterback. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Goes to the option. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Judicials will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Leaves it with the running back. He's in open space downfield. It's a seam wide open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football.
Oh, a lot of space. He just slips and slides his way down to the 42. And the Falcons headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Running the option, it's Johnson. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was in press? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. On the option, he'll pull it on the read. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Quarterback keeper, and he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They'll run the option. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. The Judicials line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man.
He's loose. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Falcons.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Ball's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays. And when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Johnson wants to throw it. Got his man. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Falcons line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Air Force. Great job by the back on the option.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. On the move, it's May. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll run play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. QB got it himself. They'll immediately call timeout. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here's the heat. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. And the judicials are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield very late in the half. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Colorado Springs. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Falcon Stadium.
And the Falcons will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Using his legs, it's May. Lots of running room. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on 1st down from the 30. Motion from the back. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The judicials can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls it and goes right on the read option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. On the option.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Calls his own number. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. To the ground with the back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the fullback. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Falcons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Falcons have this offense rolling. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Falcons!
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's York. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. And the Judicials are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to sneak it.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a 1st down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's made. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll try to run for it. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. The Judicials will send out the punt unit. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the ground. Fighting off the defense. Wide open spaces. Big run from deep in his own end, and he's out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Now on first down from the 28. Gets the back moving. The option look. He'll pitch it. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He leaves it with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got 99 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Here's the handoff. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning on the Jets. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Sends it back in motion. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the fullback. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. The Falcons will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll run the option. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Johnson looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for an early chunk play, read option to the right. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Fullback's got it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Judicials come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. On the ground, it's made. There he goes! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Judicials are moving quickly down the field. He'll do it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This is a designed run. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. And the Judicials in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. A run for the quarterback. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll ride his man on the option. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Sticks it in his belly. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Judicials, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Pressure coming. He wants it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Motion from the back. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Judicials are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Hand off to the fullback. How about that weight room work he's showing off there as he gets across the 20? They'll mark it at the 22. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The give to the fullback. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. Turning it on.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking for room. It's Harris. It's a seam wide open. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.